So, Vaughn, not a lot going on this week in football.
No, not at all. Everyone's getting ready for the draft, and so that's the next big thing on the calendar.
But there were a couple teams that did start OTAs. The Jets, a couple teams. I was surprised how early. Some of these teams don't even
Well,
have
when you get
quarterbacks
new
yet. Mm.
right, but when you get new coaches, you get to start earlier and you get more practices during the off season. So that's what we're seeing now. Everyone else probably within a week or two of the draft, then they'll start their OTAs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have you looked at this massive tome on the Athletic? What is it called? The Beast, about the all the draft information that this one reporter has compiled. It's like apparently it weighs like 20 pounds, and it's he starts compiling it at the end of last year's draft, and it goes all the way. He follows these players all year. I'm kind of afraid to look into it because I think I won't stop.
I have not, but I will say I just got a subscription to the Athletic, and I don't know why it took me this long, but I know you're such a fan of it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to
The
check
best.
the Athletic out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a subscription. So yeah, so I definitely will. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, good. I'm excited to see what you think. There's so much good info on the Athletic. I'm obsessed. But one of the things today that came up, Tyreek Hill, another
Hmm.
little run in with the law, um, domestic dispute. He was not arrested, but he's got a lot of issues going on, and as far as I know he's staying in Miami. But the more of this off the field stuff that happens with him, doesn't it feel kind of like he's gonna have to stay where he is? No one's gonna want that.
I mean, he's had run-ins. It seems like going back to even the start of his career. I know there was some domestic issue with he and his wife years ago, and I don't know what exactly the resolution was, but you hate to see it just because you like to think once you have one issue, then you're not going to put yourself in that situation. And I'm sure there's reasons, and maybe it's not him, and who knows, but uh, you know, once you hit a second and a third and a fourth incident, then it's like, okay, how are you keep finding yourself in these positions? Like you just, you're in a great position to help your family for generations to come. And so I just hope he gets it all worked out. And again, I can't really speak to it specifically because I'm not sure what's going on, but you just, hope he can figure it out because he's so young and has so many more years to
So
hopefully be one
talented.
of the most. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of teams that would really be interested.
Right.
So the Bucks. So I'm really, really looking forward to this season because I really, really think that the Bucks did a great job in free agency, and I really, really hope and pray that they address our glaring issue of the secondary in the draft. So, is there anyone that you have noticed in that position, one of those positions that's out there that you really think the Bucks should look at?
Well, I don't. I think he'll be gone, but I mean, obviously, the first name that jumps to mind is Travis Hunter, right? Who had a
Yeah,
tremendous
he'll be
season at
gone.
University of Colorado, both receiver and defensive back. And I'm pretty sure there's a handful of teams who are looking at him as a defensive back. Um, and full disclosure, I got to be honest with you. When I watch football, I don't watch for the defensive backs, right? I'm watching which is different because if you follow the home feed, it follows the ball, so you get a lot of that. I'm always trying to look through the lens of what's going on the line, right? For the little snippet of time they give us on the home copy. Playing the game, I get so used to having the end zone, so I can just see everything going on the line at all times. But so I'm not quite as familiar with the guys coming into the draft who are defensive backs versus the big guys, obviously.
Well, I mean, that makes sense that you would be watching the line. And really, I am only watching the secondary because it has literally cost us games the past several years.
Yeah,
So I am feeling like we will get that situated. And I'm really hoping, come on, Jason Light, do it. Let's do it. Let's get us some good guys on the secondary. Please.
yeah. You
But
hope you have
wouldn't it be
like 50.
amazing? Yeah. But wouldn't it be amazing if we got Travis Hunter and he played both ways? Because he could be in the wide receiving core with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and and then he'd be on the second. Oh my God. Oh my God. It'd be amazing. So what are you
Well,
most
keep saying
excited
your
about
prayer.
for the draft? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think here I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to the fashion.
Yeah.
I checked it out a little bit last year. I enjoyed the discussion we had, and so I'm going to pay even closer attention this year. Because
Yeah.
look, guys are going to get drafted. Bust. There's going to be all stars. That's going to happen. But me being involved in the fashion piece, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I think that's really what I'm most looking forward to. So I think that'll really be next week, is the week before the draft. And we're going to be talking soon with a retired player, Orson Prince Charles. And I think he's going to share a little bit with us about his draft story, because you're going to share with us, again, my favorite, which is your draft story. So we will
Yeah.
be looking forward to that and some fashion analysis to go with our football analysis. And I think
Yes.
that's it for us this week. So thank you for listening to But First Football. And we would love for you to give us a like and a follow and subscribe. So thanks, Vaughn.
All right. Thank you, Kim. I enjoyed it.